people watch you on YouTube or when they see your blog post, they think that they know you, and they do know a lot about you.
That's true.
And they can make judgments, they don't know the whole picture.
Everyone's so much bigger when they're behind a keyboard.
The way I see social media, it's almost like a mirror to society, but kind of a mirror with a huge magnifying glass. So if you go and get a coffee, it's the best Starbucks ever, you'll Instagram it, it's like, oh, it's amazing.
Yeah.
And if someone's mean, they're really mean, because they can be as horrible as they want to be.
It's an online presence, kind of like you're touching on, we're essentially like a product, people want to buy my music, I suppose, the face of that music.
On a sort of smaller level, on the positive of social media, it's an amazing thing being able to just throw positive comments towards people. Just that idea that why not give people in various areas a pat on the back? It's not. It isn't such a bad thing to have someone say, I like this, or really good work.
I said as a joke that I am the internet's girlfriend.
For me, mine's kind of linked to personal experience really, and that's why.
Do you have a connection with it?
Yeah, I chose to kind of actively support that cause. And again, I think if someone's missing, or someone tweets you something and you feel some kind of connection to that, you're naturally going to want to put that message.
If there's something that I can maybe show my viewers, because if I've been somewhere, if I've seen something, I've got a very strong emotional connection, and I think video is such a powerful tool, rather than just be able to retweet something, to actually have a story that you can tell.
You can't just retweet everything because of the fact that it just becomes, oh, it's just another thing and if you pass it to him, he'll churn it out, just whatever. It's got to be something you genuinely believe in.
I wonder if there is some way to set up an algorithm. If you can tweet about IKEA and instantly you get 1 million replies spamming you, there must be something that are keywords that if people tweet or if they put them on social media, that can be picked up by organisations.
That's one element of social media that does really annoy me, that people would actually spend their time commenting on an update when actually that's already happened.
Yeah.
Rather than doing something proactive to prevent something happening in the future.
Add about this, sorry, not you, no, just go.
Oh, I just want to say it really sort of touches me because my nephew is kind of quite out of control at the moment. He's I don't think he's suicidal, but he's 18. He hasn't got a job. He hasn't got any qualifications. He's very clever. He's just taking drugs and basically not doing anything. Like for a teenage boy, you're like naturally full of hormones and angry at the world.
If kind of collectively chose one thing to really focus on, you're going to get everyone directing their attention to that rather than splitting it across 3 or 4.
Something national as well, because I think a lot of the time with mental health, it's left to charities or it's left to local authorities, and it can be a huge postcode lottery with whether or not if you live in a small village, you get the same support as someone who lived in central London.
There's no unified strategy.
Really against depression, probably.
Yes, depression.
Because 80% of people who take their lives are depressed.
Yep.
Against depression.
And also 80% tell someone before they do it.
It would be much more positive to go after the policymakers.
One tack that we've taken in the US is to educate the general public, which I think Twitter would be great for.
I think just it being spoken about more, because it's amazing how if you start to talk to your mate about feeling crap, then you bounce off each other, or even if you sort of just generally get chatting to people about sort of how you're feeling, it brings up the fact that everyone goes through times of feeling really shit and sometimes getting worse and worse and worse. So the idea of just getting it, some sort of campaign to be sort of like, get this out of you.
So maybe you can use it not to target the smaller audience of men at risk, but the rest of us who every day are around people who might be at risk.
Okay, so we're asking basically for a unified strategy for awareness and support